Lavon is something special. Probably the strongest hand the sport of arm wrestling's ever seen. I think it's going to take a high knuckle, strong posting, outside, explosive top row to do it. And that's exactly what Ermes is. All right, so the first match we're going to talk about is John Brzenk versus Denis Cyplenkov. Now, these guys have quite the history. John is one of two people from the United States who's ever pinned Denis Cyplenkov. Yours truly being the other one. Now, Dave Chafee did get a win on fouls, but as far as actual pins or multiple pins, John Brzenk and myself are the two North American guys who've ever pinned Denis Cyplenkov. Now, John's done it more times than I have. So John did it in 2008 at the Zloty Show World Cup, and then again in 2009, he beat him 5-1 in a Vendetta in Vegas event. The last time they pulled, I think might have been 2010, Denis had gotten better, and Denis was able to beat John in the overalls. But both these guys, John took a retirement. Denis had health issues. Denis is coming back at a potential run at Lavon, and potentially going after that overall number one in the world. To get to that, he's got to get through the legend, John Brzenk. Now, John just got stem cells. Check out Buy to Sell Biologics, use code MONSTER. But how much has that helped? We're going to find out in 10 days how he does against Heracles. But on February 25th, he is taking on Denis Cyplenkov, the Hulk, right? This dude is insane. Super thick hand. And the difference is, and this is what I think might be the difference in this matchup. Denis had progressed. He became much more technical of an arm wrestler than just a power arm wrestler. John Brzenk is probably the greatest technician of all time. Definitely the most accomplished arm wrestler of all time. But Denis now possesses a significant King's move. All the practice videos, all the footage we see, once Denis stops you in his position, in his stop position, no one's really came through that yet. No one's really been able to bust out of that. No one's been able to counter it. Can John be the one? I mean, if Denis stops the match, if John doesn't take hand control and go right through Denis, but Denis is able to stop the match and engage his open top roll, engage his King's move, will he wear John out? Will John's shoulder hold up? I think the odds are against it. It's hard to bet against John Brzenk ever. But if Denis Cyplenkov is back in form or getting close to his previous best, I say 65-35, Denis Cyplenkov comes out on top. I don't know if they pull all 5 rounds or do they pull 6 rounds. I think it might be 6 rounds. I think it could be 6 rounds in King the Table. I'm not sure the format. Can't remember. I think it is 6 rounds. If it goes 4-0, do they keep pulling? Does John get around? How's it go? I'm gonna go 4-2 Denis. 65-35%. Denis is a favorite. There's a chance Denis sweeps him. There's a chance Denis wins all 4. But there's also that chance that John Brzenk is just progressed significantly. He has the control, he has the strength, he has the start, he trusts his shoulder. But that's pretty much my take on John Brzenk versus Denis Cyplenkov. Now the match we've all been waiting for. Is there anyone out there who can challenge Levan Saginashvili? Ermes looks like the next in line. I mean, he's the guy, right? He's went up in weight, he keeps getting bigger. I'm not sure what his biggest weight has been yet. I'm gonna say 130 kg, about 286 pounds. He may have hit that 290 pound mark at some points, which is like 132 kg. I think knowing that this match is coming, knowing that this match has been on the cards, knowing that it's been set up, we might see a 300 pound Ermes Gasparini. I think the 300 pound Ermes Gasparini has a very good chance. Just because of styles. Now, if you look at Lavon's match versus Dave versus Ermes' match versus Dave, you got to think Lavon had a more dominant performance. Was that a better, more conditioned, better prepared Dave Chafee that faced Ermes? Or was that just shows the level of Lavon? Lavon is something special. He's thick everywhere. Probably the strongest hand the sport of arm wrestling's ever seen. But I've said to people for years, I think you have to beat his hand to beat him. I don't think you can go towards him anymore. You used to could go hook him, you used to could turn him in, you used to get your shoulder behind it. I don't think that lane's available anymore. I think it's gonna take a high knuckle, strong posting, outside, explosive top row to do it. And that's exactly what Ermes is. I still say Lavon is a 65-35 favorite. I say Lavon is gonna win. So Lavon has made a statement that he will never lose a single round in professional format arm wrestling. As a pro, he's held up to that. He's been undefeated, he has not lost a single round. He's not the type that's gonna give up a round. Ermes is gonna have to take it. I'm gonna say 5-1 Lavon. I think Ermes gets a win. And if he gets it early, it may change the tide completely. If it's in the later rounds, it's going to give him enough confidence to go back, train, and we'll see this match again. 5-1, Levan Saginashvili. He does take a loss. He does lose a round, but he does come out on top. That's my prediction. Anything can happen. You know, anytime you see these prediction videos, it's just giving our best educated guess. We have no idea what's really going to happen. But I do believe Denis is going to win, and I do believe Lavon is going to win. But I would definitely not be betting the house on either one of those matches. They have some very worthy opponents. John Brzenk, greatest of all time. Ermes Gasparini, hungry, strong, bigger than we've ever seen him. May have the style to do it. I'll be watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.